Oh, you're here. Good. I was hoping for company. You see, I've got stories, dark ones, chilling ones, the kind that keep you up at night. Mythical creatures, curses, horrors you can't escape. Shall we begin? Don't worry, I won't bite. Much.
I used to stay up late, never going to bed before 2 or 3 a.m. Whenever I got hungry, I'd open my food delivery app and randomly order something. Spicy crawfish, barbecue platters, whatever caught my eye. I'd place an order at midnight and start eating by 1. Not the healthiest lifestyle, but it was easygoing. Little did I know that one day something truly bizarre would happen to me. It was around 1 a.m. I was hunched over my desk playing games when my stomach let out a loud growl. I rummaged through my fridge and found nothing but 2 shriveled cucumbers. Just as I was about to give up and go to bed, my phone buzzed. An alert from my food delivery app. Midnight half-price deal. First come, first served. Half price? Hell yeah, who doesn't love a bargain? I clicked the link and saw a restaurant with a bizarre name. Yin-Yang Cuisine. It sounded sketchy, but the discount was insane. A luxury meal that originally cost 60 yuan was now only 30. Surprisingly, the restaurant had a high rating, and the reviews were all glowing. So delicious I cried. Finally, a taste of home. The ultimate late-night lifesaver. The comments were so perfect they almost felt fake, but I was too hungry to care. I placed the order without thinking twice. Within 5 minutes, my order was accepted. The delivery guy's name was Old He. His profile only had a blurry picture, but I didn't care, as long as my food arrived fast. The delivery progress moved unusually quickly. When GPS showed he was near my building, I picked up my phone to call him and give him the door code. As soon as the call connected, a wave of static filled my ears, followed by a deep mechanical voice. Your delivery is at the door. How can I describe that voice? It was like a mix of a bass speaker and a broken tape recorder, with an eerie echo that sent chills down my spine. But I reasoned that maybe he had a sore throat or was using a Bluetooth headset that distorted his voice. Whatever, I thought. I just wanted my food. I grabbed my keys and headed downstairs. I lived in an old apartment building, and the hallway lights were always broken. I had to use my phone's flashlight to see where I was going. As I opened the entrance door, I saw a tall, skinny figure standing by the gate, dressed in a black delivery uniform, his posture stiff as a rod. Old He, right? Thanks for coming, I said. He didn't react at first. After a long pause, he slowly turned his head. I shone my flashlight on him and immediately felt my stomach drop. His face was ghostly pale, covered in a dusty gray film. His lips were an unnatural shade of purple, and the skin around his eyes was dark, almost black, like a panda's. My mind went blank. Before I could process anything, he shoved the food bag into my hands and spoke in a slow, heavy tone. Next time, don't order again. Then he turned around and walked up the stairs, his footsteps making a clacking sound, like he was wearing shoes with metal soles. I hesitated. Most delivery guys used e-bikes. Why was he wearing iron shoes? And wasn't he supposed to be heading downstairs? But at that moment, I was too freaked out to think about it. I clutched my food and hurried back inside. Back in my apartment, I couldn't shake the eerie feeling. Why did that delivery guy look so weird? I checked the time. It was almost 1:40 a.m. Maybe he was just exhausted from working late-night shifts. That would explain the sickly complexion. I opened the food box and nearly dropped it in shock. The dish looked nothing like the picture. I had ordered a spicy stir-fry, but the container held a pool of dark red liquid with strange, fleshy chunks floating inside. The strong, metallic scent of blood hit my nose. I frowned. Maybe this was some kind of extreme spicy dish? The reviews did say, so spicy it makes you cry. Maybe it just looked worse than it tasted? As I rummaged through the bag for utensils, I found no chopsticks or napkins, but there was a crumpled note with shaky handwriting. Run, quickly. A chill shot up my spine. Was this some kind of horror-themed restaurant prank? I wasn't a streamer. Why were they trying to scare me? Annoyed, I decided I'd just leave a bad review and request a refund. But just as I was about to close the food box, my phone pinged with a new message. Dear customer, due to special restaurant policies, this order must be consumed on site. Do not take the food outside the store. I almost threw my phone. I'm already home. How do they know I took the food away? I was furious. I tried calling customer service, but my call wouldn't go through. Then a chat message popped up instantly. We will send someone to retrieve the order. Please keep your door and windows open. The hell you will. I immediately locked my door, bolted it, and shut every window tight. If this was some kind of scam, they weren't getting in. Suddenly, I heard that clacking sound again. Footsteps in the hallway. But this time, it wasn't just one person. I started sweating. Heart pounding, I turned off my lights and peeked through the peephole. What I saw nearly made me pass out. 3 figures in black delivery uniforms stood outside my door. Their faces were identical to old He's, pale, expressionless, lifeless, but none of them wore helmets. Their unkempt hair floated slightly in the air, as if caught in an invisible breeze. They stood motionless, staring at my door, whispering something inaudible. Then, one of them raised a fist and knocked. Open the door. Give it back. Another one murmured, or you won't leave either. I wasn't about to stick around and find out what happened next. I remembered the note. Run. But how? My only exit was the front door, and they were right there. In a panic, I did the only thing I could think of. I called the police. My hands trembled as I dialed 110. The line crackled with static, and at first they couldn't hear me. I repeated myself over and over for 5 minutes as the knocking on my door grew more intense. Finally, the call connected. The operator told me to stay put and that officers were on the way. I pressed my ear to the door, waiting. Then, silence. When I finally dared to open the door a crack, the hallway was empty. No figures, no footprints, no food bag, just the eerie quiet of an abandoned building. I waited under a street lamp for the police, but no one came. When I called 110 again, they told me they had no record of my previous call. The next day I tried to find Yin-Yang Cuisine in the app, but it was gone. My order history showed it had been canceled and my payment had been refunded. On my desk, the food was gone. Only the crumpled note remained. Run, quickly.